Tonight, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly Prince Andrew, has moved out of his longtime Windsor estate home after his brother, King Charles III, cast him out of the monarchy over the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. That's a consequence, as the newly released Epstein documents include a picture of a man who appears to be Peter Mandelson, the former British ambassador to the United States, in his underwear alongside a woman whose face has been hidden. The photograph is gross, although I guess technically we'll say it doesn't suggest any wrongdoing. Mandelson told the BBC that he, quote, cannot place the location of the woman and I cannot think what the circumstances were. Well, it comes as back in the U.S., growing outrage over the redactions in the nearly 3 million pages of newly released documents related to Epstein is unfolding. MJ Lee is out front tonight with more.
The Justice Department under fire tonight, facing criticism for over-redacting information about individuals who may have aided Jeffrey Epstein. In a 2014 email released in the files, a person writes to Epstein, quote, "Thank you for a fun night. Your littlest girl was a little naughty." But the identity of the individual who wrote that message is redacted. And in this image of Epstein's inner circle from the files, we see associates like convicted co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein's assistant Leslie Groff, but several others in the graphic are blacked out. The release files also showed numerous email exchanges that appear to describe the procurement of women. New Brazilian just arrived, sexy and cute, 19 years old. A 2013 email to Epstein reads from someone at a Paris modeling agency. That sender's name, redacted. I found at least 3 very good, young, poor. A 2018 email to Epstein reads, meet this one, the person continues. Not the beauty queen, but we both likes her a lot. This sender's name, also redacted. A DOJ official said in a statement to CNN, any fully redacted names are of victims. In many instances, that it has been well documented publicly, those who were originally victims became participants and co-conspirators. We did not redact any names of men, only female victims. Names of law enforcement officers were also among the redactions. Also included in the released Epstein files, a highly controversial draft indictment from the 2000s that would have charged Epstein along with 3 others. They were described as having been employed by Epstein and having conspired to persuade, induce, and entice individuals who had not attained the age of 18 years to engage in prostitution. Their names are redacted.
So you have a Justice Department that's leadership cared more about protecting the men who committed these crimes than the survivors who were victims of the crime.
The law that forced the DOJ to release the Epstein files mandates the DOJ to make certain redactions, such as identifying information about victims and child pornography. Some individuals who helped connect Epstein with young women were also victims. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche acknowledging errors were made and that his department is working around the clock to correct failures to redact victims' information.
You're talking about pieces of paper that stack from the ground to 2 Eiffel Towers. And so the minute that a victim or their lawyer reached out to us since Friday, we immediately dealt with it and pulled it down, and we're continuing to do that. We knew that there would be mistakes.
Epstein survivors are outraged.
Also, publishing images of victims while shielding predators, it's just a failure of complete justice. Why should anybody come forward? Because the justice system is not going to be the justice system.
MJ Lee, CNN, Washington, D.C.